Hello, everyone. Happy Chinese New Year. For those of you celebrating, I hope that you are having a good time. And I decided that I would pop in here to do a recording for Chinese New Year, new moon energies. Plus, according to astrologers, we will soon have all the planets I think by mid-February, we have all the planets in alignment. No planet's going to be retrograde for at least 3 months. So it's a wonderful time to manifest all that you want, all that you desire in your life. So this is basically a reading for the next 3 months, right? This is a Chinese New Year a reading for the collective, and we're just gonna, see what the year of the rabbit brings to us all. Okay. I feel like there are good energies, and as long as we keep to our inner guidance, we trust our intuition, because nothing is logical these days. So it's best not to make any so-called logical decisions. You need to really trust your intuition. Okay. So let's see what the energies bring to us. I'm going to pick 3 cards from this deck and then go on from there. Okay, so this one popped out. We have 6 of Swords. Okay, 6 of Swords basically is about transition. Okay, so this is transitioning. So collectively, we know that as human consciousness, as a human race, we are going through a huge transitions. We're entering a very interesting year. 2023 is, really interesting. In a channeled message that I got in 2019, this was pre-pandemic, right? And what was told was that people need to really get to know themselves, right? And work on developing their intuition, because anything that is not looked at, anything that's in the shadow, anything that we avoid looking at, it can make us go crazy. And as we have seen, through the pandemic years, that we have a lot of people suffering greatly, from mental illnesses, and mental wellness is really at its lowest point. Okay. And so we really need to empower ourselves. So we are going through a transition. This is a huge transition. There's a lot of uncertainty as well. Okay, and then we have 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands really is about, we need to really soldier on, be resilient, and I can't believe that the cards are coming up and saying exactly as what we are experiencing, right? It's so uncanny that it would come out this way. So this is about resilience. This is about holding the line. This is about keeping our boundaries clear, and we are about to enter into this unknown, right? It's really unknown. History is really changing before our eyes, right? And then we have here 7 of Wands. Okay, interesting. So 7 of Wands is about conviction. And it can go, 2 ways. We can become defensive. We can become, maybe we are trying to hang on to the old, or how things were before, or systems that worked for us in the past, we get very defensive, right? We want to hang on to that. Or are we convicted to changing or transforming and moving forward, and knowing that what is in the past is not coming back? All right, and the cards here are clearly showing us that. Clearly showing us that. And I'm interested to know, there are no major arcana, but let's see. Let's pick, okay, never mind. I'll believe this deck alone. Let's pick some clarifiers, okay? I'm curious to know. Let's have some clarifiers for 6 of Swords, okay? So 6 of Swords, as I said, is about transition. It's about us as human race, right? As collective, we're entering really different times, right? It's like this new epoch that we're entering into. And let's see, I'm going to pick 2. So let's see what energies support this. So we have 10 of Wands. And we have Queen of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay. 10 of Wands uh, is almost like we're full. We feel like we have come to an end of a cycle. We're feeling full. We're feeling, it's like we're saying, okay, enough. Enough. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. But Queen of Wands, right, is a strong energy. It's saying that, hey, the Queen has the ability. The Queen is saying that it's okay, even if we are tired, we're exhausted with everything that's happening. So much changes happening on the planet. I'm the Queen, and as the Queen, we'll be fine. So the Queen also signifies that how important it is for each of us as individuals to really embrace our feminine energies, because it is our feminine energies that is going to take us through the next few years. It's a very powerful force. And if we deny the feminine within us, then it's in the shadow, right? And it's going to sabotage us. It's not going to work to our advantage. So we really need to open our hearts to really to embrace the feminine energies within us and allow this, each of us, whether we're men or women, right? We have this mother, this matriarch inside us that is going to take charge and is going to plow through. And, mothers are like this, right? When things go bad, they never give up. They just go like, okay, whatever it is, I'm going to hang on, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to make sure that, my kids are going to survive this. And, that's the kind of mother energy that all of us are encouraged to empower, to bring into ourselves and to soldier on as we go through the next few years. All right. We are entering very interesting times, right? As we head towards 2027, we see all these unfolding. We see these truths being revealed, right? A lot of truths that we didn't know were truth will be unveiled, and we have to be prepared for that. And so lean on the mother energy, right? Lean on the feminine energy within yourself. Okay. I'm going to pick 3 of Wands. Whoa, interesting that we have all Wands card. Wands energy signifies, say we have Wands here as well, Wands here as well. Wands energy really is about spirituality, and I feel like this is really talking about the spiritual warfare happening on the planet right now. So 3 of Wands is about exploring, right? So we are, at 9 of Wands is about standing at the border, right? We are, okay, we're not sure, right? Are we going to cross over? So when we cross over, right, 3 of Wands is about, having be curious enough to explore, not to be afraid, to be open to exploration. And we have the star. I love this for us. In a collective human consciousness, right? The star is really a wonderful card. You make a wish. It's about following the North Star. All of us have a North Star. So what is our North Star saying? What is our higher guidance, our higher self, our spiritual self? What is our intuition telling us? So the way forward, as we enter into this next phase of very interesting development in human consciousness and in the changes on this planet, we each of us really need to develop our intuition and follow our North Star. It's very powerful that this has come up, and so far this is the only major arcana, so there is significance in this. Okay, it really means that the intuition is powerful, and plus, Wands is really about spirituality, spiritual growth. So no matter where you are in your spiritual development, whether you're interested in spiritual development or not, you will be faced with situations where you really have to tune into your spiritual self, right? And to trust that. Because nothing is logical anymore anyway, we know that. And so logic is not going to serve you. You really need to tune in, okay? So how about 7 of Wands? We want some Hierophant. And then we have the Knight of another Wands card. Amazing. How many? Okay. So Hierophant is about belief system, right? Hierophant energy is about tradition. So all these, like tradition is kind of, I feel like is dying, right? I mean, traditional way of operating, even traditional religions, I mean, that's all going through a phase of transformation. It's all changing for us. And if we try to hang on to what are traditions and we don't keep up with the changes that are happening for human consciousness and for ourselves, we will get lost. Okay, we will get lost. So we need to also lean on to the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is about being a knight, being a soldier, being a fighter, and to have bravery and to take inspired action as we continue in our journey, as we face the next 3 years, next 4 years up to 2027. Very interesting times from like pre-pandemic times right up to 2027. This is a period of powerful change, right? And so inspired action, we're all encouraged to take that. We're encouraged to put on our armor, right? To really own our personal power, to have very clear boundaries, right? Clear boundaries is about being psychologically clear within your own consciousness and to be able to soldier on, as human consciousness. This is so important. This is so important. Now, let's see. How about, let's pick some cards. We would like some inspiring messages from future self. Let's say energies 3 months from now for the collective. Okay, this is for all of us. Collective. 3 months from now. Page of Pentacles. Remember what I talk about manifestation? I said that all the planets will be aligned for the next 3 months according to astrologers. So it's time to manifest. Page of Pentacles means manifestation. Manifest your highest desire, manifest whatever that you to wish to take place. 3 of Cups is about friendship, connectedness, collaboration. So manifest with other people, get into groups, work together. You cannot work solo anymore. And then we have Queen of Wands. We have Queen of Wands twice. So this is really embracing the feminine, right? As a reminder that 3 months from now, we still need to really allow the Queen of Wands to show up in our lives and work in collaboration, and then work on manifesting our highest desire. So collaboration doesn't mean that, let's say you are a solopreneur. It doesn't mean that you no longer can be a solopreneur or you no longer should work alone. You can continue in your work, but maybe you can work with other people in the sense of having a mastermind group, or you can work with someone that where you can discuss about your plans, discuss about your business, and get some ideas and input. All right, that's what I mean by collaboration. Collaboration doesn't necessarily mean just making money together. Sometimes it's about friendship, connections, just connecting with like-minded people. I think we all need that kind of support, and it's very important to be able to connect with others. Okay, so very powerful energies. Queen of Wands, so really, really pushing us to embrace our matriarchal energy, right? That needs to come up. It's one of the most important energies that's going to take us through the next few years. Okay, so let's have some inspiring messages for the collective for the next 3 months. This is a Chinese New Year reading. Well, actually, it's just a new moon reading, right? Chinese New Year bring in huge changes for many people. I think this new moon is coinciding with many other occurrences in, I think that human design is also the new year, and in other systems. Something else is happening. I'm not sure. Okay, but it is pretty significant. Okay. Okay. One more inspiring message for the collective, so that for the next 3 months, how interesting. These two are similar, right? Curiosity, start a project related to something you're curious about, try something new. So it's about newness. So in other words, we need to get out of the traditional way of doing things, traditional way of operating, traditional way of, whatever worked in the past no longer works. We're living in completely different times, right? And we need to be ourselves. So what does it mean? When we say be ourselves, it doesn't mean be our any old self. It doesn't mean that be the self that is in alignment with negativity, right? Just be yourself means really be in alignment with who you are, right? Your universal inspired self, your highest self, the self that is who the universe or God or creator made you out to be. Be aligned with that self, because that self is the self that is going to take you forward and move forward. All right. So I love this reading. It is really telling us exactly what is going on. And it is like confirming and confirming, right? What some of us already know. But I feel that this is really putting things down quite solidly for us. So the message is very solid. For a long time, I felt the messages. I felt this message, for all of us as a collective. But now it's like pretty solid. It's pretty, with the cards, it's like grounding the message down onto earth, right? And inspiring us to do what is right as we move through turbulent times, right? Next few years. Now, let me give you last word of advice. Whatever is happening in the world, a lot of it is fear-based. As long as you are in alignment with your highest self, as long as you follow your inner guidance, and perhaps sometimes it may go against whatever the mainstream or the mass is experiencing, or they make a decision, they are just following the mass, and what you do is not the same with everyone else. But as long as you're following your highest truth, your highest self, you are fine. You will not be caught in the loop of negativity. And I'd like you to be very aware of that. And this is why it is so important to develop your intuition, to follow your inner guidance, to know who you are. Now is the best time, to get to know yourself on the deepest level possible. Work through all your shadows. Now, if you're interested to do shadow work, I have another channel that I've just created, talking about shadow work and all of that. Details are below this video. You can find it. And so I'll encourage you to do that. And I will see you again. I will do a reading for February for all signs. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.